Hello class and Professor Durkowski. I'm going to give a brief overview of this class, Microbiology for Health Science, and in easier terms, Bio 150. As you can see, I'm accessing Canvas through the website right now. There is also an app available to view the exact same information. I will say that it's easier to do so on the actual website. First and foremost, I'm going to show you how the dashboard works. So up here, you can view your account. Dashboard has all of your classes on there. Courses, what courses you were enrolled in. Let's see. Groups, calendar will have all of your assignments. Inbox, in case our professor messages us. And he will send it to the whole class there, or just directly to you. History, what you've been on recently. Studio, which is how I'm recording this right now. And you can search anything as well if you're confused, if you need help. And then student resources. So let's dive into the actual course, Bio 150. So this is how we are able to view all of our assignments. Any announcements, our chapter questions, see our grades, syllabus. So welcome to the module. This is the welcome module. It has Canvas overview, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Student resources, technology resources, Canvas overview for students. This is just a general welcome to get on the right track. So shut that. You can open and close any of these. So the tutorial and weekly videos. This tab actually answers any questions that we might ask our professor. So how do exams work? How do weekly chapter questions work? This is generally just to help us. These weekly notes. So these weekly notes are exactly what are in our announcements. So there wasn't anything here, I don't think, no. Yeah. So what to do if there is a service outage. Like all of this answers any questions that we might annoy our professor with. So the weekly notes are items that our professor will put in our announcements, just to generally help us. Let's see, below the home tab is where you can view those announcements. I took some notes on this as well. So after this module, we start our weekly modules. So week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to our final exam. So let's see, week 1, our lecture materials. So this is when our professor gives us our material to help us learn. I mean, we should be reading the textbooks, but this, like PowerPoint Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, among the weekly things to do. This is every single thing that has a due date. So required student safety training is just a small 2 videos that we have to take for every class in the beginning. The chapter questions actually do not have a due date, but they're open all the time, but they do have to be done by the end of the course. Personally, I'm going to do them every Sunday, so I'd never get behind, but that is one good thing. If you're running behind on the build a lecture or your exam that week, you could wait a few days to do your chapter questions. So let's see, this to-do list on our right. By the way, this is kind of a repetitive thing, so every single week will look about the same. So on our right, we have our to-do list. Every single thing on this is in chronological order. I obviously have not exited out of anything yet, but I tend to go by the modules that keep me on track with everything. But our to-do list here, welcome to Bio 150, when I just read to you all, it shows every single thing in chronological order. And if he sends an announcement, it'll come here. If he has an assignment, it'll come here. That helps us stay on track. So now we're going to dive into the syllabus. We'll load. Okay, so first and foremost, who our instructor is, his contact information. He is best reached via email. So course description. I actually read this about 3 times because this confuses me, but basically, we're just going to try to understand the general microbes on human health, disease, managing infectious diseases. We also have a lab to this class, which I have not mentioned yet. But our lab is a portion of our grade in Bio 150. So, course objectives, scientific literacy, critical thinking. It is best to really read into these. I actually just did so a few days ago. So we'll scroll down to student evaluation and course schedule. So exams 35%, laboratory 25%, final exam only 5%, weekly participation 35%. So there is an area for you to get 100 in this class if you try and you submit every single thing. It explains each week what we will do, when's the beginning of that week, when's the chapter due, which is very helpful. I love a calendar. Any late assignments. So this course doesn't have any attendance, obviously, because it's online. You will get a 0 if you're missing an exam or build a lecture. Now again, if you're late on that or you're behind on that and you want to wait on the chapter questions, that is available for us. He has opened them until the end of the course. Obviously, no plagiarism, academic honesty. And these are present on every single syllabus of any class. I do look over them because they are important and they're helpful. If you need any help with any class, this academic accessibility service is awesome. College maintains compliance with ADA. Resources. So, this academic calendar. Our professor is awesome, and he actually gives us a safe place. Well, it will bring it up on mine, but every single one of our assignments and its due date is available on a calendar, which is very helpful. And then obviously the course summary, which again, the date, every single thing that's due. This is awesome for my brain. This is exactly how my brain works. I'm OCD. So this is our overview of the course. Over here on the left is obviously the home page, announcements, any announcements that he might send us, which are very helpful in reminding and understanding. McGraw-Hill Connect is how we access our chapter questions and any chapter readings. Grades, he said in his video that he would keep them up to date always, so if you had a problem, to contact him. Syllabus, I just went over, and then the Brightwave course materials. I did not have to use that access code. For some reason, I just hit my textbook and then McGraw-Hill Connect, and it all came up, and I was already logged in. But that is available for students if they do have a problem. But this is our overview, and I'm excited to start this semester. Thank you.